Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive from the Moore's Global Finance Podcast team. I'm John, and I'm here with Tiffany.
Hey, everybody.
We're going to be taking a deep dive today into Preserve Gold, a company that you might have heard of if you're looking into ways to add gold to your investment portfolio. Everyone's always talking about how gold is a safe haven asset.
Yeah.
But what's a real deal with Preserve Gold? Are they just selling shiny coins, or is there more to it?
Well, they actually have kind of two main things that they're doing. One of them is that they're selling precious metals, and they do that for like your retirement accounts, so IRAs. But they also do direct sales too. And the other thing is that they really spend a lot of time educating their clients about investments.
Interesting. So they're not just about the transaction. They want to make sure that you really understand it.
Right.
That's pretty cool. It's a different approach.
Yeah. And especially, in times when the economy feels a bit shaky, a lot of times people turn to gold because it's historically held its value. So it's considered a safe haven asset, something that's going to stay stable, even when the rest of the market is going up and down.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
One thing I found kind of curious about Preserve Gold is that they're pretty new. They were founded in July of 2022,
Oh, wow.
and they're based in Woodland, California. Not exactly what you think of when you think of gold investing.
Right.
You know?
Not your typical Wall Street
Yeah,
big fancy building.
exactly.
But, their founder, Daniel Boston, he actually has a lot of experience. He was a senior executive at American Hartford Gold
Okay.
before he started Preserve Gold.
Okay.
So you've got kind of this blend of a fresh perspective, but also that experience.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's like the traditional and the modern kind of coming together.
Yeah.
Speaking of modern, though, what are some of the things that really make them stand out? Because our research pointed to a few different things. One is that they're family-owned. They really emphasize retirement savings.
Yeah.
They have that educational approach that we talked about, which means there's no high-pressure sales tactics.
Right.
And they get incredible reviews from their customers.
I think what's important is what that actually means for you. Like a family-owned business, it might have a different vibe than a massive corporation. And they might be a little bit more focused on, building those relationships and that trust.
Makes sense.
Which is important when you're dealing with your money. And that educational focus really is about making you feel confident in your decision.
Okay.
And, the customer reviews, they really say a lot.
Yeah, they're really walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
Yeah.
So they have this very customer-centric kind of philosophy going on. Okay, so let's get into the specifics of what they offer. On the IRA side, it seems like they have a lot of different options for gold and silver, including some popular ones like the American Gold Eagle, Gold Maple Leaf, American Silver Eagle coins. They even have platinum and palladium for those who want to diversify even further.
Yeah, and here's where that whole IRA-approved depository thing comes in. So these are specialized, secure facilities where they actually store your precious metals.
Okay.
And they're regulated and audited to make sure that your investment is safe.
So it's not like they're just hiding it somewhere.
Right. No, it's very above board.
Okay.
Preserve Gold works with a few different depositories. Names like Texas, Precious Metals Depository, Delaware Depository, International Depository Services.
So these are like big names in the industry.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's really important for your peace of mind. As an investor, you want to know that. You know your assets are being handled professionally.
Got it. So if you do decide to go the IRA route with Preserve Gold, it seems like it's pretty straightforward. You just talk to one of their specialists.
Yeah.
You fund your IRA account. You choose what precious metals you want, and you're good to go.
Yeah, investing can feel really intimidating, especially when you're dealing with something like gold. So they've really tried to make it as seamless as possible.
That makes sense. So you don't have to feel overwhelmed.
Right. If you want to kind of dip your toes in.
Yeah. See what it's all about.
Exactly.
Okay. But what if you're not ready for the whole IRA thing? They have that direct sales option too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
For someone who just wants to own a little physical
Right.
gold or silver.
Yeah.
Without the whole retirement account.
Exactly. And it's super simple, too. You can just pick from a bunch of different coins and bars. You can do it online or over the phone, and they deliver right to you with UPS.
Okay.
It's all very discreet and secure.
Discreet delivery. I like that. Okay, let's talk fees. What are the fees like with Preserve Gold? From what I saw, they seem pretty upfront about it.
Yeah?
There are no setup fees for accounts, no buyback fees if you want to sell your metals back to them, and the annual fees for IRAs are only around $100.
Right. And then the storage fees will depend on, which depository you're using and how much you have.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think the big question on everyone's mind is, Are they legit? We're talking about trusting them with our money.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
How do we know they're the real deal?
Well, even though they are a fairly new company, they've been doing really well so far. They have that experienced leadership team. The fees are transparent, and they have all those positive customer reviews.
The reviews are really impressive.
Yeah, they're consistently getting high marks on all kinds of different platforms,
Yeah.
like Consumer Affairs, Trustpilot, Better Business Bureau, Google Reviews.
Wow.
And it's not just a few reviews either. We're talking hundreds.
So it's not just their friends and family going on there
No, definitely not.
and saying good things.
Okay.
And they also offer a 24-hour satisfaction guarantee. So if you're not happy for any reason, you can just return it.
Wow.
Get a full refund.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that really shows they believe in their products.
Okay. So it seems like they're checking off all the boxes. But let's play devil's advocate for a second here. What are some potential downsides?
Well, like with any investment, there's always going to be some risk. The value of gold and silver, it can fluctuate.
Correct. It's just like any other commodity. And even though gold is considered a safe haven asset, it's not totally immune to those market forces.
Right, it's not a guaranteed path to riches.
Right. No investment really is.
Okay.
And then there are additional costs associated with owning physical gold, like
Yeah.
storage fees and insurance.
Yeah, you have to think about those things, too.
But on the plus side, Preserve Gold really offers a lot of resources to help you with all that.
Okay.
They really want you to be informed, make the right decision.
So they're not just throwing you in the deep.
And not at all.
Okay, good.
They really seem to care about their customers.
So, to sum it all up, what are the key takeaways about Preserve Gold?
Well, I think the biggest thing is they seem to be a really reputable company. They really focus on customer satisfaction. Their leadership team has that experience. Their fees are transparent. And they have those amazing reviews.
Yeah, it seems like they're really taking a unique approach.
Yeah.
By combining the traditional precious metal sales with that focus on education,
Exactly.
customer support.
They want to empower you to make those informed decisions, not just pressure you into a sale.
And they have all those different options to
Yeah.
fit different needs,
Right.
from IRAs to direct purchases.
So no matter what you're looking for, they probably have something that can work for you.
But as with any investment, we always say, do your research, understand the risks.
Absolutely.
Rather
And
than-
don't be afraid to ask questions. A good company will be happy to answer them.
All right. So Tiffany, before we wrap up this deep dive into Preserve Gold, do you have any final thoughts or insights?
We've talked about a lot. Preserve Gold's background, their approach, the pros and cons. But for me, what really sticks out is their focus on education.
I agree. It's not about just selling you gold. It's about making sure you understand it,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
It's empowering.
Yeah.
It takes away that fear that people can have about investing.
Especially with gold.
Right.
It's just such a long history.
Exactly. And it makes me think, if you were to look at your portfolio today, how much of it would you feel comfortable putting into precious metals?
That's a great question.
And why?
Yeah.
It's something to think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
How are you diversifying your investments? How are you managing risk?
There's no right or wrong answer. It really depends on your individual situation.
Exactly. Well, Tiffany, this has been a really fascinating deep dive into Preserve Gold. So for our listeners, if you're looking for a company that seems to really care about its clients, that had a really transparent approach to precious metals investing, Preserve Gold is worth checking out.
I agree. And remember, knowledge is power. Even if you're not ready to invest, you can go to their website. They have a ton of information on there.
Great point. It's all free.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to include a link in the show notes. So
Yeah.
to all of our listeners, thank you so much for joining us on the deep dive. And until next time,
Happy investing.